Hi YouTube. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Marquetta the Light Speaker where we help cure those hearts. Um, I'm gonna give you a review on Sell Yourself, How to Create, Live, and Sell a Powerful Personal Brand. Oh my goodness, this is a serious good book. I really like this book and I highly recommend that people read this book. You know, I'm living my journey and trying to start reading a lot of entrepreneur books. Then the goal is to just get on live and read my own book. Um, what I would be writing about. Honestly, I think if I was to write a book, um, the book would really be about mental health. I really see myself going towards the mental health side, telling people that they need to take care of their minds, clear their heads, make sure they're safe, in the mind. Because if you're too stressed out, you start hearing stuff. Not just hearing stuff, but you become depressed. Not just becoming depressed, but you start getting paranoid. Not get just doing paranormal, you start becoming angry. It's so many things about the mental health that I really want to hit because just realize though, not all the time when you have a mental health issue, it's drugs. It's because of drugs. No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You do not have to have, you do not have to be on drugs to have a mental health issue. You don't. And it can happen to anyone. It doesn't matter how perfect you are. It doesn't matter how rich you are. Mental health, it needs to be more brought up. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, if you do not have your mind, you cannot function right. And, taking care of yourself, eating right. I can't even give you advice on that, but like just taking care of yourself, doing what you're supposed to do is very important. Because, like, for me, I probably did really gain a lot of weight, but I'm actually proud of it though, because when I was really like skinny like I wasn't eating and I was depressed. I was stressed. I was grieving, losing parents and having to get used to this world and, realizing that a lot of people are not going to help you and you're without people who helped you your whole entire life. Now you got to get up and do all this stuff on your own and you're not used to that. I mean, it is a story, you know what I'm saying? So always be prepared for stuff like that, even if you don't know how, but be prepared. And remember what your loved ones have taught you. Because that's the reason why I ended up sick. Because I just couldn't, my mind couldn't set that my loved one was gone. And then all of a sudden I lost my grandma, I lost my mom. And I'm like, I handled them. I ain't gonna lie, I handled their two deaths better than I handled my dad's. And I think the reason why is because I was really close with my dad. Very close with him. I mean, he was my best friend. I was close with my mom as well. They both were my best friends. We had different connections. However, my dad, though, very close. And I seen both of them yesterday in my dream. And how the dream started is that I was telling them, I'm 30 years old, I just be working and it's just so tiring. I miss when I was younger. And they're just sitting there laughing and telling me, I understand, I understand. And, I just was like, it's nice to see that my parent visit me. Well, I just want to say, though, those are my goals and dreams that I want to bring back for help people cross over, especially if you had a loved one that you truly loved and now they're gone. You feel me? And now you got to cope without being with them. So it's very important to seek therapy, but also just make sure you're taking care of yourself when you're home, because therapy only lasts for like a couple of hours. You feel me? So you're going to have to use what they taught you, and that's why I am all for mental health, because, if your mind is not right, you can't function. Okay? Well, thank you so much for coming in. I plan on doing a couple videos, but I just need to learn how to share them, to be honest. So, like, share. Thank you so much, and have a great day.